All right, I'm pretty sure everyone's super excited about this car. Here she fucking is, dude. This thing is so crazy. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't even know what you're looking at, but this is like probably a $50,000 240. Literally a K-Series done correctly. Even the fucking vacuum lines on the wastegate are AN. Like, you only do that shit when you're serious about your car, you know? And everything is toge factory mounts, intake manifold, shifter, all that fun shit. Even like these clamps are like $400 for like two. Like, it's crazy. Everything's done right. Haltok engine management system, as well as the computer, or the dash, sorry about that. So what we're gonna be doing today, on this video entirely, is wiring up this car. So, like a lot of my viewers know, we make chassis harnesses and engine harnesses, as well as fab and turbo kits and all that shit. So we made a chassis harness for this car, and we are going to be installing it, as well as updating a couple things so it's more user-friendly, such as the fuel pump priming off the ECU and the fans. Let's see, what other shit are we gonna do? We're gonna do a lot. Keyless ignition system, all that fun stuff. But other than that, let's get it. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I don't think I have enjoyed a car as much as I enjoy this one. And look at the tubs. Look at the way they did the tubs. Chassis support, as well as aesthetically clean and pleasing. Like, fuck. Overall, it is a very clean car. It is an authentic Spirit kit with an authentic 326 wing. It's crazy. This is like the shit you see in Instagram videos, but you don't get to really see. Yeah, this is all the shit we gotta address. Like, scary. So, we started tearing the car apart. Such a mess. So now we're gonna start taking apart this entire panel, slowly but going through everything before we cut anything, because there's a bunch going on. All right, so we got the seats out, some of the interior stuff, and now we're working on removing the chassis harness. But a lot of the stuff for like the actual sensors of the car, such as like this oil temp sensor and this power steering pump wire, some of them are actually coming from inside. So with that being said, I have to trace it. I can't just like cut everything. I have to be tedious with removal, because anyone would have just started ripping shit out. And this is also why you do not use speaker shit. These are not the best breakers. You want the resettable breakers on these. So we basically have the old chassis harness removed, and we are getting everything prepped to install our new one. Noticed a bunch of ghetto ass shit. Like, look, this shit was just chopped and just touching the floor. Just a bunch of shit. We already took off one panel. We need to get this thing off though. Shit. So we got interior all vacuumed out. Everything cleaned up as much as we can for now. Now we got my boy Master Tech Chris prepping the chassis harness for install. Pretty simple. We'll be doing an install video on our chassis harnesses on how to install them very shortly. Just super busy, but if you guys want any chassis harnesses, go ahead and hit us up. We fucking sell them. Yeah. God damn, bro. You guys should see the front end. The front end is even sexier than the rear end, but she does got booty, I swear to God. It's so dope that the owner has had this car for 15 years. Not many people do that, you know? Especially going through like 4 or 5 different swaps. He's probably put about, over 100 grand. I'm guessing almost near 200K into this chassis over the last 15 years. He didn't cheap out though, for sure. Like, I admire this guy on building the car the way he has built it. Like, no cap. He knows what the fuck he is doing. See, I love customers like him. Like, he is completely knowledgeable at putting all this stuff together and all that shit. But he just needs help with fabrication and wiring. That's how it should be, guys. Shit. All right, so for now, I'm gonna be tying all of his battery lines together with this junction because the way he had them connected was not really that safe. So we're gonna do that right now. All right, rear harness is now made and installed. Whole chassis harness is completely installed now. It's coming along. Just cleaning up this entire mess. I don't know if you guys remember how bad it was. I just have all that taped together just because that's where I want it to be. I'm gonna take all that stuff off and put loom on it, make it look good. Also got our keyless ignition system right there. Just gotta put everything where we want it. But it's super cool because our harness comes in sections. So harness A, which goes from the front, no, from the rear, all the way to these connectors right here. And then from that connector to over there, this is harness B. And then from that gray connector over there, going over here towards the rear and towards the front, that is harness C. So it's pretty cool. And it's already ready to go, like spare wires, ECU power ready to go, radio powers, even window, everything is already on the chassis harness. It's pretty sick. Might I say, she cleans up so much better now. I tucked a lot of the harness behind the actual plate and then fixed the interface harness going to the chassis harness and then reloomed it as well. It's looking so much better now. I even loomed every little thing. Even though everything's loomed underneath, any wire that had multiple going in that looked ugly, I put loom over. Looking good. Dash is wired up as well. Just like that. She's already almost fucking wired up. Homie forgot to bring us the turn signal plug, so couldn't do that just yet. But like I said, we already got the rear connected and wired up. Already fixed this whole front panel and engine harness and converted everything. We're doing such an amazing job. I love this car. Okay, really. Normally we have a switch panel going right here to this 12 pin, but upon request, the customer wants it wired as close to OEM as possible because right now he had a full switch panel and everything he had to turn on with switches, and he's over that. So now we are going to be converting this to work the way he wants. So basically I'm putting a jumper so that whenever he turns the key on, the ECU will always receive power immediately, and I'm going to be sending what he's working on right there are the ECU ground triggers. So we're going to be sending them back to the relays through this connector so that it's still plug and play, like, and he can disconnect everything if he wants. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Our chassis harnesses are completely slept on. I suck at advertisement. I'm not a businessman. I just really enjoy working on cars. So if you guys need a chassis harness, hit us the fuck up. We got you. So basically we are ready to try to start the car. Everything is wired up. Dash is wired up. ECU is wired up. Everything has been converted. Like I showed you, all the connectors and everything are there. Just have to tie in the radio, but that's so fucking easy. I have the radio leads right here all ready to go. So in a couple of minutes, we are going to try to start her. Keep in mind that we have literally just been working on the car for less than 10 hours. So we installed the chassis harness correctly, cleanly, and like took a lot of breaks pretty fast. So if everything works correctly, it's going to be turnkey. There we go. Ready to fucking rock. pretty much that simple to install our chassis harness. So now, I guess that's pretty much it. So just go ahead and enjoy some of the shots of this beautiful ass car. So one cool thing I wanted to point out about our chassis harnesses is they come with, so on our website for one, sorry for stopping what I was saying, but on our website we have all of the install instructions as well as the actual pins and what every pin on each connector is supposed to be for and everything, you know, the master for everything. So basically what I'm saying is what's cool is we already have everything ready to go. So like I was saying earlier, we got radio right here. So all we do is put a 2-pin connector on and then we are good to go on the radio side. See? So then just put the other end of the connector in right there and then you got a functional radio. And then all you do is wire up your speakers. See? It's as simple as that. Yeah. Just like that, baby. Just like that. Nice and clean. And then, like I said, this one doesn't have a switch panel. Everything's controlled off the computer. And normally on the switch panel, we'll have like a 12-volt fucking USB fast charge for you. So this is the wire that gets plugged into it. It's so easy. Everything's ready to rock. And then, watch, I'll show you. See, it comes with ECU wire, power and ground. It has literally everything. Everything, start signal, every little fucking thing, brakes, headlight, turn signal, and the ignition switch wire right there, that 6-pin connector, and it is leading to the keyless ignition system. The harness is so sick. You can literally wire it on any car. The way the harness lays out, it's like universal to almost every chassis. And you can just get your headlight connectors, ignition connectors, if you want to use stock ignition. I like using our keyless because then you guys don't even need an ignition and it comes ready to fucking rock, plugged in like that, ready to go. This shit's so sick. I just suck at advertising all around the entire car. Okay, so my boy got the JDM climate control and he just wants it to power up and power off because clearly he doesn't have AC or any of the components. But this is just a really fucking cool piece. So let's figure this out because there's really not much online and I'm pretty sure I'll figure it out. So we are pretty much almost done. We got his radio situated. Like I said, all that's good. We're just making sure the appropriate connector is going to be going to the power steering pump right now before we tidy it all up. But might I say, this is such a beautiful car. Front harness is now basically wired up. We even got the turn signal side markers in. This car is so beautiful, I swear to God. So now we are finally starting to get the interior back together. Beautiful ass bride seats. I love how he got the rear seats made with the authentic fabric. So dope. Wow. Literally within 24 hours, I'd say like 10 hours, we wired up this entire fucking car. The only thing we're doing right now is the digital climate control, and all he wants is for it to receive power. So that's pretty much last thing on the list, but let me show you guys. So here's his key. So you go over here, you can put that wherever you want, behind the dash, in a seat, whatever, you know? So then you go ahead, Press the start button one time. Press it another time. And everything primes like a normal ass car. And then you'll just wait for the dash to turn on. Press the brake. Press the start button. And start your car. Pretty straightforward. All right, my boy Chris figured out the AC climate control pinout. I've been hella busy, tied up with some other shit, and he figured it out. So all that we need to do now is install her up in there. And Master Steven got the seats back inside. These are so nice, I swear to God. Super, super comfortable. But yeah. And just like that, the last thing has been completed. We got his climate control wired up. Unfortunately, he needs a new climate control. The screen is all fucked up. But it is plug and play now. Whew! That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys need a chassis harness, hit us up. These things are the best. This car is amazing. So, stay tuned, guys.